The HOA board thought they had found an easy target. Eleanor Watkins was 78 and had lived in her small brick home for nearly 40 years. Her husband had passed, her children lived out of state, and she kept to herself. When a new HOA board took over the neighborhood, they began issuing fines for minor violations, a faded mailbox, a garden hose left out overnight, trash bins not brought in fast enough. Eleanor paid what she could. But when she questioned a sudden spike in fees, the tone changed. Letters turned into threats. Threats turned into action. One afternoon in early winter, Eleanor turned on her kitchen faucet and nothing came out. The heat followed soon after. By nightfall, her home was dark, cold, and silent. The HOA president claimed it was temporary enforcement for unpaid fines and insisted Eleanor would comply faster without utilities. They didn't expect her neighbor to notice. Across the street, Marcus Reed, a retired city inspector, saw Eleanor sitting in her coat inside her house. When she explained what had happened, his expression hardened. He helped restore temporary heat and made a few phone calls before sunrise. Within days, the HOA's actions reached a federal desk. What the board hadn't bothered to learn was that cutting off utilities to force compliance, especially against a senior, crossed a bright legal line. Federal housing protections and elder safety laws clearly prohibited using essential services as leverage. It didn't matter what the HOA bylaws said. They were not above the law. An investigator arrived with documentation, questions, and little patience. The HOA president tried to justify the decision, citing community standards. That explanation collapsed quickly. The investigator explained calmly and clearly that their actions qualified as unlawful coercion and elder endangerment. Penalties were discussed. So were personal liabilities. By the end of the week, Eleanor's utilities were fully restored at the HOA's expense. All fines against her were dismissed. The board was ordered to revise its enforcement policies, undergo mandatory legal training, and pay a substantial settlement. 2 board members resigned the same day. Eleanor returned to her quiet routines, but the neighborhood had changed. People waved more. The letters stopped. The HOA became cautious, almost polite. As for Eleanor, she planted her garden again in the spring, just as she always had. This time, she did it knowing something important. She didn't need to fight loudly to win. Sometimes the law speaks louder than threats ever could.